Hey, it's Steve here with Sacktown Benelli. Friday morning, November 19th. Just gonna take the bike in to my work and teach kids for a day. And just thought I would videotape the commute. Getting some sunrise, a little overcast, partly cloudy. Let's do it. The Benelli 135 is not freeway legal in the state of California, so we'll be doing surface streets somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes with the lights and the traffic patterns. Maybe 25 if it's super busy. New construction, part of the dealership over here. I live by our local auto dealership mall. Tried to start that stop sign in second. Said, oh no, I don't have enough to go. Check my mirrors, make sure no traffic behind me, no one's not paying attention and gonna rear end me. It's looking good. You never know first thing in the morning. Makeup people, coffee people. Is it gonna hold? It's gonna hold. Look at that. I got lucky. Gear indicator light still working nicely. I saw a lot of posts in the comments on the Facebook page, Benelli Spare Parts, and a lot of them are like, why do you need a gear indicator light? You know, 5 gears, not many, you just count them, it's pretty simple. Yeah, I know. I rode occasional dirt bikes back in the 70s too, and I know how to count them, etc. But, you know, there's a lot you're paying attention to, and sometimes I'm already in 5th gear, no lie, and it seems like I want another gear. I try to shift into 5th thinking I'm in 4th, you know. So it's just nice visual confirmation of which gear I'm in, even though I can count. And I know it's simple, and to each their own. Hey, you don't want to invest the money in a gear shift indicator? Oh, I do. I find it handy. case, I'm out riding a lot, and one of the key content creators that I watch about riding and rider safety is Dan the Fireman out of Arizona. And I keep thinking about all the traffic patterns that he's pointed out in his various numerous videos. I'm looking for him for sure. Like right here, one of these three is going to pull over, and there it happened, just like Dan said it would. Yeah, he's been riding long enough, sure enough. And that guy only got one car length, but they'll still do it, so, you know. I guess he didn't want an unobstructed view of the intersection. But, so, instead of racing ahead and thinking that won't happen, I'm just looking for those patterns. Thank you, Dan. Crisp little November morning. My riding jacket by Scorpion has a nice thermal layer, keeps me warm up top. I don't have the riding pants yet, so I'm just in Levi 501s. Not quite as thermally protective against the cold weather. Not that I'm freezing my legs off, but noticeable difference between top and bottom. Pavement looks a little slick, so I'm paying attention to that. We got people braking and merging. Rolled off the throttle. Let that stuff clear, no one's behind me, I'll just move over a lane. And it's not like I'm on a super fast bike. I mean, it's a Benelli 135, the ground killer. So, you know, at 215 pounds, about 9,000 RPMs in fifth gear, I'm pulling maybe 55 miles per hour. So, not like I'm pulling away from these guys. And although rain filtering in California is legal, I don't participate very often in that because generally the traffic accelerates faster than this little bike does, or at least the way I ride it. And so they'll end up passing me pretty quickly off the line anyway. Why filter ahead of them only to have them get annoyed with me and try to get around me and create another dangerous situation. So I typically don't. Occasionally I will. Alright, we have a protected turn here, so traffic's not coming my way. I'll take advantage of that and hop on. This little Benelli is really good for commuting, getting around town, grocery store trips. My commuting to work's not too bad. Color traffic like this, not stocked up, or not stacked up rather, I will probably get there in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. Barring any other unforeseen circumstances like auto accidents or stalls or road construction. Alright, looking for my, pulling back a little bit away from the Chevy, making sure the guy in the rear view mirror is stopping behind me. It looks like he's coming to a full stop. Exit lanes, I could have gone left or right to get around the Chevy. I noticed he's got some space ahead of him before the crosswalk, so I could have tucked in there if the person behind me wasn't paying attention. the Chevy S10 anymore. My first two pickups were Chevy S10. First two vehicles ever. When I was fresh out of high school, 18 years old. I owned the white one, ran that for 10 or 11 years, and then a green one. Brake lights. Cruising by our local junior college. That's the parking structure, obviously, over on the left. Sumas River College, CRC for short. And that right-hand lane turns into a right-hand turn only, so you got a lot of people that merge after this light and come over from the left to the right. And a lot of this middle lane wants to merge as well and make the turn for a couple lights ahead of us. Excuse me. So just trying to keep my space cushion, my little protective bubble, and expect people to come over last minute on me if anybody's coming down on my left. And fairly soon, as soon as all these guys turn, because there's a freeway on-ramp over here, so they'll merge over, and then I may merge if it's clear. So I want that right-hand lane behind that Chevy, but there's traffic, so I'll just wait and grab it at a later time. Alright, escape up the middle. I could filter in front of the bus, I suppose, and that would be... I doubt the bus will catch me, but I'm not in a huge hurry. Doing well on time. "10 minutes or less away from the campus. A little RT train or metro for our region. RT for regional transit. Shocking, I know. Kind of want to start getting over one lane to the right because we've got our local hospital coming up in a few blocks. In this left-hand turn lane, a lot of these cars stack up for turns and slow down, and that left lane usually zooms on by all that congestion that's created by people turning in and turning out of the hospital. got a family member that works at the hospital, and there's a sympathy strike going on today, so I'll show my support for that when we get to the right area by honking my little puny horn and sounding off and letting them know I support it. It's a sympathy strike for my family member. They're supporting the IT and engineering department that sets up all the computer and diagnostic equipment, does computer IT resolution stuff for all the doctors and nurses and medical staff that way. So when we get around over there, I'll honk a couple times. You'll see the picketers. Right here is where a lot of people start stacking up for Kaiser, for the hospital. And the next flight is where they get in for the turn lane. There's our Kaiser. That's the parking structure. Should be coming around to the picketers shortly, right after this light. I think they probably got a pretty decent size today. Yeah, there's some of them right now. Yeah. Like a lot of hospitals, Kaiser is privately owned, not a state-owned hospital, so they, you know, they're in it to make a profit and do business, so they generally try to do more with less. But then at the end of the day, patient safety. I'm a Kaiser member and a patient with Kaiser. Alright, send the message to Kaiser, get them a contract, help patients be safe. Only a few blocks until I get to work. Oh, look at this, caught a light. That's awesome. Here we are, reporting for duty. Got about 20-25 minutes before kids will report in. And thanks for commuting with me. Until next time.